Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as usual, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKadosh, double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings be to the Akim that are pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Yahweh Shema Shai Brakathum. So, I believe I'm going to title this lesson, The Hammer of the Earth. You reap what you sow. All right, and I got this video queued up with these three Edomites that's basically breaking down what's going on in the Middle East. The Middle East crisis, and the one to the far right, which is I'm finna play it here in just a minute. So y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. All right, but as the scriptures say, I will cause their tongue to fall upon themselves. All right, the Most High been pouring out His Spirit. Especially now more so than ever. All right, you can get on TikTok. It's especially TikTok. You know what I'm saying? The most I done use TikTok, you know, to to turn this truth up, and not only that, but to to basically spread information so much to the point where they finna ban the damn app, man. Alright. But you have a lot of Edomites, that come out and even say themselves, that America or the so-called, I'm just gonna say the Edomite race is the problem and the cancer of the earth. All right. And we in 2024 and you still got people that can't see it, man. All right, but now it's being brought, it's been, brought forth, to show you on how this man really is and how he operates. All right, because you got people out there that still believes that this man has some type of purity, to his spirit when the scriptures say that he can't learn righteousness. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was programmed to be the wicked. This is why when you look at his transcript, you look at history itself teach you on the nature of the so-called white man. All right, he ain't been doing shit but raping and robbing and murdering ever since he came into power, and even really before that. All right, because on a deeper level, if you can understand it, those that got the eyes to see and the ears to hear, the so-called white man is Cain in the reincarnation, the first murderer. This is why he ain't shit for him to go over there, to those Middle Eastern countries and blow their hats off. You know what I'm saying? And then blame it on them from doing it. You know what I'm saying? On why he did it. All right. He'll purposely stage, a terrorist attack in his own homeland. Right? Fool, the people in his own backyard, just so he can have a legit excuse to go and wrongfully invade your country, man. All right, that's the man that we dealing with. And the scriptures say that this is how this man is. All right. But now it's starting to be brought forth, and the Most High is basically gonna turn that, turn that sword back on Babylon, man. All right, because when you read in the book of Jeremiah, it says that Babylon had been the golden cup in the Most High's hands. All right, America been, in power for a couple hundred years, been going around, taking nations' resources. All right, as the scriptures say, they covered the fields, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to grab that real quick. But before I grab that, I want to grab this. This is Revelation 6, and we're gonna get to the point 6 and 8. It says, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him." And a movie that this made me think about was that old school Planet of the Apes. Where basically, one of the apes, he had basically called, the so-called white man that he had in shackles and shit, the harbinger of death. If they wasn't controlled, then they would kill every goddamn thing. All right. But it says, And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. And who is this talking about? All right, this is talking about, you know what I'm saying, that the white man. All right, Esau Edom. He's been given the power to go throughout the planet Earth, you know what I'm saying, to blow up, you know what I'm saying, children and shit. All right, you know, in this video, they even gonna say it. You know, they've killed millions, man. Or I think it was like 500,000 or something like that, which is the numbers more than that. You know Esau, he gonna, you know, you know, probably lower the numbers and shit like that to make it seem like he ain't do as much damage as he really did. But everybody knows, you know what I'm saying, what they've been over there doing, man. All right. Like I remember I seen this interview of this ex-Marine, you know what I'm saying, and he was a Jake. You know, he talked about how when he was over there during his, you know, his little you know, his service or whatever, he said that they killed, you know, millions of people. You know what I'm saying? Just over that period of time that he was over there. All right. So you reap what you sow, man. So if America's been going to these other different countries, raping, robbing, murdering, you know what I'm saying? The whole none. What do you think is gonna come back to it in return? Cause shit, everybody love to, you know what I'm saying, throw that sand out there, shit. You get what you give back. Or Salaki, you get back what you give out. You know, niggas, you know, deep, they like to talk about the universe. What you put out in the universe is what the universe is gonna give you back. All right, but the scriptures call that judgment. Or Salaki, the scriptures call that an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, man. And that's gonna be America's judgment. America wanna go around and bomb shit with atomic bombs. Well, what the end result for Babylon is gonna be nuclear missiles, man. All right. So now let's go to the book of Micah, the second chapter, and then I'm gonna play this clip. Let's see, I gotta find that joint real quick. Shalaki, bear with me. Or as a matter of fact, I'm gonna play this clip and then I'm gonna grab the scripture. We are the terrorists. America. Why are they there, the children? Okay, weapons of mass destruction, Iraq, 2 million dead. That was a lie. You were a terrorist. You are the lion you killed. We have Madeleine Albright, former Secretary of State of the United States, who said, quote, 500,000 dead children was, quote, worth it. That's terrorism. So you are a terrorist. The United States has dropped Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the firebrand of Dresden, and the Hindus on and on. Terrorism, by its legal definition, is not prosecuted. That's called impunity. And it's because of impunity that we sit here today. And by the way, any of those nations which we have bombed and genocided and supplied the weapons to do that, decide to come over here. Well, how? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Would you sit by and do nothing while your country was being bombed? While it was all based on lies, weapons of mass destruction, much? No, I would fight. By the way, the Palestinians are an occupied nation. Occupied, which means the occupying nation has a legal obligation. They cut off air, water, food, in every way. Literally, when you're in a firestorm, there's nowhere left. I'm also saying this is impunity in the nuclear age. World War III. Best we stop it. And you hear everything he has said that they cut off, you know what I'm saying, from those Palestinians, food, water, and including air with all those fires that basically pollutes the air, man. And we just read about that in Revelation 6th chapter on how he was given power, right, to take all those things from the earth, man. All right, so this is the book of Micah 2 and 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And we understand that the so-called white man gets his power from the left-hand side, right? Which is ultimately he was just set up by the Most High. But the Most High was using Satan to give him the power that he has, you know what I'm saying, including the technology, man, the information that he has today. All right. And it says, and they covered fields and take them by violence, man. All right, which is what they did to America, man. America is a prime example itself. All right, the same, you know what I'm saying, country, so to speak, that's going and you know, taking or taking other nations' resources and blowing shit up and you know what I'm saying, pushing deception, you know what I'm saying, shit like communism and other different nations. This same nation was taken by force by the so-called white man. All right, Esau came over here and was doing some shit. This is why he gonna be in spirit. Hey, he is in spiritual debt already. Well, you have by Shemel Shah. He done did too much shit on the earth to basically be cut free. You know what I'm saying? He knee deep in his damn iniquity. It say, and they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And this is primarily, you know what I'm saying, talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right, we the main ones. All right, us as Israelites are being oppressed by the so-called white man, the heaviest. You know what I'm saying? He done took our goddamn language. You know what I'm saying? Beat that out of us. Now Jake, now, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit and power you have by Shemal Shah, the Most High waking Jake up to the truth. You know what I'm saying? And now, a lot of Jake know that they Israel. You know what I'm saying? But at one point in time, most Jake didn't even know that they was Jake. Niggas thought they was black, Latino. Niggas thought they was motherfucking Cherokee. Right? The whole time, you are a prince of the power. But that's how far we done basically fell from our power, man. All right? And the Most High used a so-called white man to do so. All right? Using this deception, but he done took it too far, as the scripture say in the book of Zephaniah. He has furthered the affliction. All right? So, let's go to the book of Galatians, the 6th chapter. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is Galatians 6 in verse 8. Or Slocky, I'm gonna start at 7. It says, "Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." All right, so what you put out is basically what you're gonna get back. All right, and right now, people in the spirit, you know what I'm saying? I would say a lot of people, most people are in the spirit of the so-called white man is never gonna be touched. As a matter of fact, man, let me go ahead and jump to it. Let's go to the book of Psalms 50, and then I'll continue back on this. Slide it, brothers, bear with me. Jake's still trying to get used to this this 1611 numerals. It's been a little minute since I done had one. Damn, it's all good. But basically the scriptures in the book of Psalms, it tells you, and I think if I'm not mistaken, the 50th chapter and like the 23rd verse, that this man believed that the Most High was with them. All right. But not only does he believe that, the average peon believes that as well. Because I'm pretty sure if you go have a conversation with somebody, saying about World War III or who they believe will come out on top, what you think their answer gonna be? They gonna say America, man. All right, that's because they don't see the so-called white man falling. right? In their eyes, especially our people. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what's written in prophecy is that this bitch is gonna fall. And as a matter of fact, I'm finna pull it up. What was this, 30? What was it, 34? Mm-mm-mm. Damn, I can't find this. All good. All right, so we're gonna jump back to the book of Galatians 6 and verse 8. It says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall reap, it's like it shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap everlasting life." And we know that the so-called white man, it tells you in damn, what is it? I forgot where it is, but the scriptures say that the spirit that is in him is not upright, meaning that this man's spirit was never programmed or never created to be the righteous. All right, it's so much to the point where even if he does something good, he wasn't intending to do it. Why? Because he's meant to be the wicked. This is why, you look up the worst people ever in history, most of them are gonna pop up as Edomites. Most of the serial most of the serial killers and shit are who? Edomites. And if it do look like a nigga, you know what I'm saying, it's probably the damn chocolate covered Edomite, man. Alright. But it says, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall all reap if we faint not." All right, and that's the point on that. All right, the point that I wanted to get was, hey, you reap what you sow, man. All right, and as he was saying, America has went around, you know what I'm saying, bombing countries, killing children. Like I remember a little while back, like a couple of months ago, whenever Israel was bombing Gaza, and they had that little girl, she was basically dead and shit. She died from the explosion, but she was hanging from the debris, like, sitting in the air, just hanging, her body and shit. All right, things like that. People also got to consider that these nations ain't forget that, man. All right, and in Revelations the 17th chapter, the Most High said He was gonna put in their hearts to fulfill His will. So at the end of the day, it's written that these nations was gonna turn on Babylon and burn this shit completely with fire, man. All right, so I think I'm gonna grab this last one real quick, and then I'm gonna close it out. So this is the book of Numbers. All right, so this is the book of Numbers 35 and verse 33, and it says, "So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." All right, and as you see, it says, "But by the blood of him who shed it." All right, and what people got to understand is that it don't matter if it was your forefathers that have did it. All right, at the end of the day, the Most High punishes as a nation. You can read it back there in Jeremiah the 17th chapter. The Most High punishes as a whole, man. Just like how we being punished as a whole, shit. Hey, you gonna be punished as a whole too. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately through the spirit, shit, you are your forefathers. You was the same motherfuckers that was hanging Jake, cutting Jake rod off at picnics, burning Jake, all type of shit. Them same spirits are here back today. And you best believe you got judgment at your ass is you gonna have to live out. Point blank period, man. Alright. But America was got off bloodshed. Jake's blood is still being shed here to this day by these Edomites, man. Alright, not to mention that you got all type of, human trafficking going on that is primarily pretty much All of them are Israelite women and children. Esau got hell to pay, man. And the only way that he gonna pay or be able to pay off that debt is with his damn spirit, man. I ain't even gonna just say his flesh because his spirit gotta go too. All right. Shit, after that 1,000-year period, this man gonna be wiped the fuck out. All right, because shit, even if he's seen us in our glorious state, he know damn well we can't be taking, you know what I'm saying, taking over. He would still try to come up with a way on dethroning Jake, man. But you know, with that being said, I believe I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. You know, I believe the point was proven. You know, I don't reconcile. You know, brothers and sisters did get something from this lesson. All right, but you know, with that being said, before I close it out, call all your how about some outside, by some Shalom, and above.